Hey, what is good, friends, and welcome back. Happy Friday. I hope that you have a good weekend plan ahead. Whoa, I had a tough week. I'm glad it's Friday. Oh, I was so busy this week. For us Canadian, it's tax season until March 1st, so everybody needs to fill up their tax declaration, do their registered saving and whatnot. So usually I don't work after business hour, and this week and probably next week I will have to work during after supper, so in the evening until usually 9 p.m. Hey Black Hollow, what's up, what's good, welcome. So yeah, I had to work Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and usually Friday I plan a small day, a half a day, but I was busy until 2 p.m. And when I got home, I still had work to do. So now I'm glad it's all gone. The weekend is in a few hours. Maybe for you, it's already the weekend because you guys watch this channel from Asia, Europe, and so yeah. I hope that you guys plan a good weekend. And I want to talk a few things. So first of all, I would like to make a stream every week, every Friday of the week, just to recap what happened during the week and talk about what happened in the game and with the Alliance and everything related to Warpath. Some of you guys I know are following what's happening with the alliances, with the Paramount Cup. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And today is Percy showroom, so I was lucky enough, fortunate enough to collect this base skin and unit skin, the pink main battle tank, which is I believe it's the French main battle tank that share the same name as me, so I had to get it right. The only thing I'm not too sure about the color, but the flame is a cool redneck camo thing they added up. Anyways, most of them are not super hot. The stock one is fine. The sunflower is cool. The Red Rover is more like pink than red. I wish they had a decent well, yeah, right. I wish they would release a decent camo for the German or the Vanguard camp. So this is the collection I just got. So if I go to skin set, so yeah, I got the Dragon's Descent. I wish they would be more original with the skin. It looks like not last year, but 2 years ago skin, it looks like the previous skin. It's the same sound effect. They added a dragon. So basically, I think they got a little bit lazy on that one, but the important part is for the buff. This I don't care. The frame, the picture frame, I don't really care. The chat bubble, it's cool. The emoji is quite fun. I like it. And the Tiger Marauder stickers. So this is a hello Sam Joe 71. You agree about what? The lack of originality? Yeah. And I don't know if you guys saw the... Hold on, Black Hollow. Last stream I left early, but when I came back to rewatch it, I saw you check the Alliance. I'm at with my alt account. I was not expecting that, to be honest. Anyways, if you feel it, watch MU Battlefield. So MU, you're from server, I guess, 21? Hey Master, what's good? Yeah, we're gonna take a look at that. If you guys want to share some coordinates, we're gonna talk and hopefully we can look at the battlefield. It's something happening, we'll cover it. I love that stuff. I mean, I think at this point, I've played enough. I rather watch other people's play and comment on that than playing myself. And before we talk about this, did you take a peek at the new upcoming officer, the bistro, next bistro officer? I know he's pay to win, but I think he got a decent skill, a few decent skill, and the one that caught my attention is this one, the combat focus. So this officer's troop has a up to 15% chance to land a critical strike with its normal attack. That's a nothing crazy here. Dealing 150% damage, again, usual stuff. The troops' normal attacks also deal up to 50% additional critical damage. So that is cool, but that's actually not the skill I'm looking for. It's this one. Yep. The Vigorous Spirit. Vigorous Spirit. So the Vigorous Spirit, load time reduction up to 10%. Friends, let me tell you that the load time reduction is highly underrated as a skill. Only a very few officers have this skill, one of them being War Machine. This is, I believe, the second officer that will boost the reload time or load time, and it does have a lot of credibility on the firepower equation. Okay, it boosts significantly your firepower only with 10% load speed reduction. So instead of, let's say that your main battle tank fires at a rate of 3.1 a shot every 3.1 second, now it's a shot every 2.7 seconds. That is a lot. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is a lot. So imagine if you are fortunate enough to unlock this officer, you pair it with, let's say, War Machine to maximize the boost, the loading time, or minimize the loading time, should I say. I would be curious to see the effect on your opponent. That would be crazy, because War Machine, even though if he's an old officer, is a legacy officer, a level 1 officer, he's still very strong, mainly because of the load time reduction. Okay, so this one have it as well. It's only 10%, but like I say, don't get full with the 10%. It is a lot. So that's what I wanted to say about this. And did you guys got lucky enough or have enough statues to unlock Stinger Fist? He's amazing. I mean, yet another officer. Yes, he's similar to Argent Flame, but he's much better. He's class leading. Is not his critical strike, but his officer skill is class leading. Like the only officer that strike with more damage is Lady Liberty, and he deals more damage than Saber of the Nation, and he's not even Bistro. He's not even an exclusive officer, so that tells you a lot how strong he is. A lot of his skills are more garrison or defense oriented, but let me show you how I assigned this officer right there. So if you look at my lineup, all right, so initially I put Stinger Fist in this. I assigned Stinger Fist on this howitzer, my weakest one, because I said that he's gonna stay inside the base, and it doesn't matter if he gets the 4 or 5 grid range. When you're getting attacked or when your base is under attack, you shoot at 5 grids anyways, as long as you have the AA fire base upgraded all the way, which most of us have. So that was my thinking at first, but I said, hold on, he's stronger than Argent Flame, so why not use it on the field? So I switch Argent Flame with Stinger Fist. So Stinger Fist is in charge, is the captain of my second most powerful howitzer. So he will be on the field, and when I get under attack, I just recall my troops, make sure I have him training or fully trained when I'm under attack. And now I have enough statues to awake another officer. I'm hesitating to go with the infantry officer, Everbloom, even though I don't have any infantry, would be mainly for the arena purpose, or Awaken Uncle. So Uncle, like, he looks like Santa Claus, and he's ridiculous, but he's a good defensive officer as well. Hi, bro. You very strong. Love you. Love stream of you. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I get that. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So yeah, he's the next one on the list to be awakened. He got some very good skill set, not as strong as or desirable as Stinger Fist, in my opinion. When you run 3 howitzers, you want 3 solid officers, and the good thing about Stinger Fist now is all my 3 howitzers have fully trained officers, awakened and fully trained officers. So I'm complete. I'm full house. I'm super happy. And I was waiting for that officer. I did not have the time to do some tests yet, and but hopefully I can share those tests with you, and I'll make some videos about this officer, because there's a lot of things you need to consider, especially if you're close to awakening Argent Flame and you're thinking to put all your effort on Stinger Fist. He is better, and although Stinger Fist doesn't attack if the other troops are out of range, he will not attack them. So depending of your play style, maybe Argent Flame is still better for you. It boils down to your play style, basically. So if you like doing some border battles, right? You park your base next to the safe zone, and you like to attack at the very far, like at the always 5 grids, then Argent Flame will be better for you, because Argent Flame, even if his neighbor is out of range, the tactical skill will still hurt him even though he's out of range. And as of Stinger Fist, his neighbor, so if you have a cluster of targets, that cluster must be within range if you want them to get damaged by the tactical skill. So they're kind of similar. All in all, Stinger Fist, he is better. He's a Gen 4 officer. He's just overall better. All right. The last, I'm happy that you asked this question. I wanted to talk about this. Ahmad. I hope I'm spelling your name correctly, Hamad. So as you know, during the last update, they buffed 2 things. So let me pull out the developer's note. So optimization. So new modern howitzer unit feature enhanced normal attack blast damage. So the blast damage is the splash damage when you hit. You may notice this more when you hit Raven, because they are weaker. So if, let's say that the round hit the enemy, his neighbor or the targets nearby will also get damage. This is enhanced with the new howitzer, which is great. And as for the main battle tank, he got another buff still. So new modern main battle tank unit feature, enhanced blast damage resist. So blast damage resist is all the damage dealt by the howitzers. So rocket launchers and howitzers, right? Everything artillery. As for the anti-tank gun, I'm not quite sure, but I'm 100% positive about the howitzer and the rocket truck. So the good thing about this is if you only have the main battle tank as a tanking unit, then you will notice that it is a little bit more durable. So it will last longer. You will be able to deal more damage to that base. And there you go. So for me, it's amazing. I'm very happy about this upgrade because I use the main battle tank as a tanking unit. It's not the best, but it's better than nothing. And I do have my tank technology almost completed, so I would be full to abandon this and focus on infantry. So I'm happy for this update. It was not a big update, but for me it was an amazing update. I'm very happy about the outcome. I wanted to talk about that. So, yep, already soon to be registered for San Francisco. I don't think we had that two weeks break between Conquest. I didn't expect that, but I guess they want to be. Lilith wants to respect the schedule. I don't know. I was expecting another week of farming, but I don't mind. I have everything. I have all my resources replenish. I'm ready to fight. So we will be fighting San Francisco, and the thing about this map now is we have this surprise attack. For those who didn't fight San Francisco with the surprise attack yet, so let me remind you, because this is very important. Let me remind you what the surprise attack is. So the surprise attack is you can only launch it after the fort open. Before that you cannot. And you need to think this thoroughly when you activate the surprise attack, because once you do, you cannot deactivate it. It's permanent. It's there until the end of the conquest. So you have to think carefully about that. It's like migrating to a new server. If you don't think thoroughly and you migrate and you realize that you fucked it up, then it's too bad. You cannot go back, right? So once you activate the surprise attack, if you own buffs, bonne nuit, Anna. So you will be able to airlift to neutral village. Okay, so the first point is, yeah, that will let you teleport to a neutral village, not an occupied village, but anything neutral, you can teleport there, and your airlift will also recover faster. So you will be able to be more mobile. Occupied strategic places will no longer buff you. So if you own a fort, a blockhouse, a military lab, so those strategic places will become invalid to you. You won't benefit from this buff. Now it's not a big of a deal because those buffs are reduced versus the previous conquest. I remember the military lab, it gave you 10% firepower and 10% durability, I believe. Now they cut that, they knocked that half. Still, the military lab is the easiest strategic place you can capture, so you forget about that. You no longer get the buff even though you own the building. So you need to be careful about that. So it doesn't debuff the enemy, it debuffs your own strategic places when you activate the surprise attack. Keep that in mind. All right. Rewards for missions related to strategic places will be reduced. So once again, if you capture strategic places, then some of the rewards will be cut in half. Some will then will even be turned invalid, will be at 0. So if you're playing for rewards, then you may you may miss out on a few. And keep in mind that if the surprise attack is available in Cairo and you are part of the coalition, then if you launch the surprise attack, the alliance inside your coalition will be affected the same way you are. So careful, okay? You can earn tons of buffs by completing surprise attack mission. I've seen the mission. They're quite easy, but they don't give you a lot of rewards. It's like a consolation prize because you just surrender all the best rewards for smaller ones. But keep in mind, if you have to activate the surprise attack, it's because it's a last resort solution. You will probably never be able to capture those anyways. You are losing, and the only way you can recover from that is with the surprise attack. So that is amazing, but there's a consequence for that. All right? Those are tiny bullets. I just realized that, look, they're baby bullets, like stubby bullets. Okay? So this is Conquest San Francisco. So let's talk about the point race. So we got the banner. We are qualified. So the point where race, what's particular about that is a lot of things change since when the second season launched. A lot of things change. And if before we go into that, if we look at the Paramount point race, well, that's actually what I wanted to show you. The Paramount Cup destroyed more alliances than it created. That's a fun fact just for you. So G27 is not there anymore. Who else disappeared? 14. Mass, kind of. Super Legend, but now they are rebranded to S37, I guess. So which other alliance disappear? HBR 24. So all the alliances we have right there are almost new to this Paramount Cup, which is good. But yeah, a lot of alliances disappeared, which is kind of sad. But those players are not gone. They're just in other alliances, right? So we have in first place S40. The reason why they're in first place, no disrespect to them, they are one conquest ahead of us in terms of points. Then we have Super S37 Legend. They got rid of the mass name. I don't know why. Maybe must be a good reason for that. Anyways, so then S21 third place, followed by Avengers from S30, FWZ from S36, Goth from S3, S40 hashtag from server 40 in 7th place, and then we have 14 in 8th place. So what's gonna happen is 14 will probably get knocked out because they are out of the race. They reduce their power. They are still at 31.3 billion power, but I think that they will make sure not to go over 30, as 30 is the threshold to be in legendary. Every alliance over 30 billion is by default in legendary. Is this what's gonna happen? I don't know, but that's what Lil said about the new rules. Ahmad, they are trying to introduce new event like Rome, Raven Fighter mission before that Sky Fortress, and now Surprise Attack, but I think those events are boring. What do you think? Yeah, I do think so. Ahmad, that's a good point. Let me just finish with that, and I'm going to expand on your topic you want to bring. So 14, so you are aware what happened to them. They kind of disband. Most of those players went to server 34. So 14 will be playing in gold most likely. We have Espo as a deputy leader. He's still in 14. And we have a bunch of players that I recognize that are probably not super happy about what happened, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do against that or for that. So those are the players who stayed or decided to stay in 14 or couldn't move for X reason. Okay, so 14, they are out of the race. Mass, they are out of the race too. They said that they would no longer compete in legendary for now, at least. That's what they declared. Neto declared that, and we're gonna respect that. That's their decision. It's too bad because they're gonna surrender some points and probably some better rewards, but that's a move that they decide to make. Now Corp, RM, Gaon or Jeon, I'm not gonna talk too much about those. We have, well, actually, let me show you a picture that somebody took or somebody worked on. Yeah, Rip Mass and 14. That's a sad news. I think it's sad. I mean, I'm not gonna laugh at them, but we can talk about that after if you want. So this list was made today, and this is the top alliance right now in actual power. So we have Avengers, S21, FWZ, S40, Goth, No Fucks Given from 34, the new 14, and hashtag S40, and then CHN. So these are most likely the alliances we'll be fighting with or against in this San Francisco. It should be the case because they are they are in order, they are sorted by power output, and they're all eligible for legendary. So for CHN, I know a guy from there that will be their first legendary conquest. And that is pretty much the new alliance. NFG, they're not really new. It's the same people, different brand. Then after that, we should see S22, S6, S15, S19, S37. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all those alliance from F-back, S22 to S19 mass, they should be playing. That's the confusing part. So some of them are eligible for legendary, and yeah, they're all eligible for legendary actually. So there will be more than one legendary battlefield if this list is accurate, and if Lilith decide to apply their new rules. So we will have actually 3 legendary battlefields. Yep. So whoever made that list, awesome job, thank you. That gives you a good idea of which will be fighting in legendary and which will not be fighting in legendary. So after S42 here at 23 billion power, they will be fighting in gold. So what Lilith is trying to do is force people to go in legendary. So I don't know if it's going to work. AV and S21 will be the ones basically winning everything. Maybe not. So Ghost Zone. So that is the part of the politic that I don't get involved as part of the alliance. And between you and me, the politic is what kind of ruin the Paramount or any conquest map or any conquest, right? I'm trying to find my words here, but you know what I'm trying to say. So most of the time you enter the conquest, you wake up one morning, you're part of the alliance, you wake up and everything is set. Most likely the strongest alliance are friends with the strongest ally, and everything is made so they can guarantee the win. I hope this won't be the case. The only thing I told to the leader or one of the leader in S21 is I told him, let's do this and forget about the politic. So let's do this instead. Some sort of a 2 versus 6 or 3 versus 5. 3, we would be outnumbered because we are more powerful, and we have to kind of balance this to make this interesting, but still the politic is involved. So this is one solution. And the other thing I told them, or I didn't suggest to do that, but I spoke my mind and I said, listen, either that or what about if we enter this conquest and we don't say a word to anyone and we just play the game with how we feel it, on how we feel it. So no politic, no nothing like that. If somebody wants to be friend with us, we'll see what's gonna happen, but we don't want to make teams and set the table so you know what's gonna happen during that conquest. Or the goal is to capture a win, secure a win. I understand that, but it kind of ruins the fun, in my opinion. So this is what I want to say about that. And why I say this is our last conquest was absolutely garbage in terms of fun. It was not pleasant. It was not fun. The enemy was safe zone the entire time, but that's on us. But they didn't want to engage, and they play a style of game that was boring and not fun at all. So hopefully hopefully it will be fun, and most of the time the bigger the alliances, the more boring it is. Okay, so that's, and I think the future is on gold battlefield. Super alliances like S21, Avengers, and FWZ, they are under artificial support. Lilith do not want super alliances. They realize that they made a mistake with the migration that created alliance like 14 and mass and more alliance to compete with them, and most of those alliances are gone now, right? We only have 21 FWZ and Avengers, and now if we lose a player, we cannot recover it. We cannot recover from that loss. Only one per month we can recruit. So Lilith is trying to make those super alliance disappear. So when 14 they decided to migrate, they did Lilith a huge favor. That's what Lilith wanted. They didn't want any more big alliance, so they split. They thought that they could rebuild because, let's face it, 14 was in a position that they couldn't recruit anymore. They couldn't compete anymore. So the only solution they had was to scrap the alliance and start from scratch in another server. So only the strongest will follow us. We will rebuild from there. But the only thing is, you cannot control who migrates and who doesn't. You cannot tell somebody, hey, you over there, do not migrate. We do not want you. You can't say that. Well, you can say it, but if that player migrate anyways, are you going to reject him in your alliance? Of course not. So their plan failed. They expect to reach... They knew they wouldn't reach 100 billion power with the rework of 14. However, they got caught by surprise when they hit Glorious with 66 billion power. A lot of those players were missing. On top of it, some masked players, I guess they did not expect to have them in their alliance, but they moved anyway. So maybe JP had a plan, a backup plan. I don't know. I'm just assuming things. Well, I mean, a gold zone, there will be some whales in gold. There will be some whales in gold. So you cannot stop that. But the problem is, in Legendary, you have like 10 whales. Okay? And what is... And I don't know if you ever played the Legendary. The thing is, when there's so many whales, it is so hard to make kills. Because those whales, once they play defense... You are guaranteed not to get a kill, and you're guaranteed to lose everything. Okay, so you get 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 battle reports. Most of the time they are negative, meaning that you lose more than you kill. So, hey Aaron, so what is the fun behind this? Okay, so that's why a lot of players that are not that are still strong. So look at me, for example. Okay, look at me. My account, I'm at all-time power 458 billion. I struggled in the last conquest. I struggle making kills. Usually I reach my 25,000. In a good conquest, I will reach my 25,000 after 2 days. Okay? In this conquest, I was struggling to hit my 25,000 after a week because it was so hard making kills against those strong players. I mean, 1 whale, 2 whales, 3 of them, no problem. You can improvise, you can deal with that. When there's 15 of them, they have so much. They have so... Their units, you don't realize how strong their unit is. I don't have weak units, but their units with all the buffs, and now with the collection buff, you stack buff, over buff, and it makes their units insanely strong. So very hard to sustain, very hard to follow in Legendary. If you are on the lower end of the power scale, you're not gonna have a fun time. So that's why they want those allies to disappear, because it kills the fun for everybody, unfortunately. So anyways, let's get back to the topic. Yeah, so Hamad, so your question is they are trying to introduce new events like Rome, Raven Fighters mission before the Sky Fortress, and now Surprise Attack. But I think those events are boring. What do you think? You are absolutely correct. I do too, and we're not the only one that thinks the same. The problem is Lilith. They're trying to make those events fun for everyone. They're trying to make it friendly. However, those events, they are made to blow up some steam. They are made to fight, combat, be excited. They're not made to let you farm and enjoy this conquest. That's the goal of this conquest, I think. So they're trying to limit your movement so it lasts as long as possible. But the problem is you don't want to do that. You don't want to be limited. You want to fight. You want to be able to reach your enemy, or you want to be able to support your friend. And you can't do that in San Francisco, Rome, and what's the other boring map? Cairo. You can't do that. So that is the problem, and I hope that Lilith will understand the concept of those conquests is to fight. Just like in Moscow, you can navigate everywhere. You can have a blast. Or make those conquests last long, not longer, but shorter. Make them quicker. So you don't have to wait 4 or 5 days until the fort open, and then you reach the fort, nothing happened. You have to wait another 6 days. And this is crazy. This is insane. And nobody likes that. I mean, I don't know if Lilith realized that this is stupid. We keep telling them don't do it, and they do it anyways. So if they would make a Blitzkrieg edition of those conquests, everything happened inside 1 week. So at least if you have nothing to do until the fort open, you only have to wait 2 days. So it's not the end of the world, right? And those conquests of 26 days, they are also demanding. I know a lot of you work, you're studying maybe, or you're a family man, or you have to take care of the kids, and you don't have a lot of playtime. And when you have playtime, it's boring. And when there's a war, you're busy. So, anyway, I'm complaining a lot, but I don't think I'm unreasonable, because after all, we play this game to battle against the enemy. Right? Understandable. I play in Gold 3 as a small guy with 10 billion alliance, but it would suck if we suddenly see guys at 450 million power. Of course it will. Yeah, if you are at 4, I know that in gold you will see whales in gold. That is for sure. You will see 500, maybe 600 million power in gold. Gold 1 at least. As for gold 2 and 3, I don't know. But like I said, 1 whale in gold, it's manageable. Yeah, an open map, not a square one anymore. Maybe something linear. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that Lilith is thinking about something, but make it different. Like Rome and San Francisco, what is the difference? It's the same thing. In the end, it's exactly the same thing. So I don't get it why they keep releasing a spin-off of those maps where they could release something brand new and invest our money that we spend to bring a new content. Oh, Wolf, I didn't see your message. You took it out. So Aaron, he's a cool guy, and he's the annoying player who runs a setup of 3 light tank. He's a light tank lover, you can tell. I wish I had 3 light tanks. So who does he have like officer? Okay, he got this girl right there. Oh, this is a good choice. And Valkyrie. Okay. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna be in San Francisco. If we're not registered yet, but we will be. We will register. We're gonna play this one, and I'm very curious how it's gonna happen. Who will be fighting who in this conquest? I hope we will be outnumbered. Yeah. Yeah, I hope we get outnumbered. Hey, TSM. Aujourd'hui, j'ai même pas pris un kill, il y a seulement qui fight de notre côté et qui font que heal leur CC par vague de 2, 3, 4 joueurs. Je peux pas rester tout le temps sur le jeu pour espérer jump. Yeah, so basically what he's saying is, so TSM is in San Francisco. C'est pas ça que je veux faire. Oh, right there. But you guys had a little war yesterday, I think. It was quick, though. Oh, yeah, and that's the other thing. So when you are with too many allies and you're bored, you make a friendly fight, right? But a friendly fight, they're horrible. They're not the real thing. And most of the time, you fight like for half an hour. Then there's a peace treaty because the other team, they cry too much. And you don't want to steamroll them. Yeah, it's just terrible. So 13, you guys are here and you're telling me that you're burning tea. Where is tea? Oh, right there. Okay, now I see it. So they attempted a central command right there, or was it built already and that's all they have left? And you guys are trying to burn them as they heal the central command right there. So yeah, I feel you. Oh, it's raining too. So this is the thing I like about San Francisco. The rain, the weather, it's cool. But once again, you know exactly when it's gonna rain and not. Well, you know at least a day ahead with the forecast. If it would rain for 3 hours without any warning, that could be like a twist added to San Francisco that would throw off the alliances. Like you're in the middle of the attack and then it starts raining, you're like, what's happening? So this is the stuff, the unpredictable stuff that they need to add in this city, in this map. Not just one day it's going to rain for the whole day and then it's going to be sunny again. They need to introduce weather like randomly. That's what I think. So it looks like this guy is gonna... Yep. He's dead. No more. Oh, another guy. Where he is. Oh, two guys. Okay. So MDZ Ranger and... Okay, they're decent power. Nothing too crazy. But Gaon, they do have a lot of soldiers on the ground. So that's going to be interesting. Hopefully more tea will drop in for the ambush. Yeah, Gaon is mostly Korean. They're from server 27. I recognize a few players from G27 in this alliance, like BBGO, that crazy dude with super strong infantry. Yes, so Jesus, V or 5. Yes, it's terrible when having two alliances in one. And I saw their allies cry. Okay, sorry. Yes, it's terrible when they having two alliances in one. And I saw their allies cancel treaty and attack their CT3 just because the other end up will with final rewards. Yeah, I've seen that. Yep. So the loser alliance, they go attack a level 3 city. Yeah, I've seen that before. It's the same old trick. What do you think about the future of the Alliance currently in Game 21? NAV reached the top. Do you think it's the beginning of the end? Oh, that's a good question, Ahmad. Yeah, I do believe I've said that 2 days ago, actually. I've said that to 21 more than 2 days ago. I've said it multiple times. That's exactly what happened to G27. So G27 was, they reached that power number, that power output, and every conquest we were playing, we would get unlucky on the matchup. We would be forced to farm for extended period of times. So players start to leave the game, and other players started to get sloppy and demotivated, lose their motivation. And then when we had a real challenge during the Paramount Cup, all those players were not, they took this too lightly, I guess. I'm not making excuses, but when you get so big, it only goes downhill from there, meaning that some players will lose interest because it's boring. They want to be challenged. We just lost a player in 21, Evangelist. So Evangelist, I've known him since server 8, and he's a type of player that likes to get challenged. He doesn't care about losing. All he wants to do is get busy, and that's totally understandable. Myself, I'd rather win an amazing conquest. I'd rather lose a conquest and being super busy and getting blown up on a daily basis than winning by farming. So, and I think that everybody agrees with me. Okay, if you can get busy and win, that's even better. But he cannot always pick what you like. So all in all, those Super Alliance, they are, like I said, they are under life support. It's a matter of time before that alliance, like let me speak for 21. I don't want to speak for Avengers, so let me speak to 21. So I said to leadership, listen, we need to start recruiting smaller players so they can develop inside the alliance, because we cannot recruit stronger players. And also we need to consider, we need to try to keep our members and maybe break 21 in smaller gold alliance so we get busy, so we play smaller battlefields and we see more action. So that's what I said to them, and I'm ready to start a new project in 21 where we will start a smaller alliance, and I want to bring players outside. If they want to develop, I want to bring them in 21. We can recruit 260 million and lower, and those players who wants to develop, they would be welcome to jump in server 21. Yeah, Evangelist went to S40, so we're gonna play against him hopefully, and he's gonna love it. So yeah, Evangelist, he's kind of he got a style. So everybody have his style, but Evangelist, he likes to waste his unit. He doesn't care about wasting his units. He wants to be busy. He wants to get blown up, and that's his amazing. You're coming to server 33, okay. So what's up with server 33? Is there something happening there? Is there a project? Is in 4 months your friends are going there maybe? So you're not, are you going alone, or are you bringing friends with you?
But the war prevents it. I truly hate the war.
Oh, so Fubar is going through 33. I don't recall where he told me that he would. Oh, he moved there, eh? Already? Yeah, maybe I forgot. Yeah, so that's what I want to start. I want to start a new alliance inside 21. I want to play gold. I want to like bring one well in gold, bring a foundation of solid fighters, and I want to bring fighters from other servers, the one who wants to learn how to fight, how to play. They want to be with experienced fighters so they can develop. And if, let's say, that they grow faster than expected, they can always join the big alliance S21. So that would be my goal. Yeah, you can, Jesus. 8 kills. Yeah. When you're happy about getting 8 kills, it means that you are in a boring battlefield. Everybody wants to be in a big alliance. I get it. You want the kickback. You want the alliance chest. You want to grow faster. But trust me, the bigger it is, it's not always fun. There's always a compromise. So in 21, during special events and during a conquest, we always purchase a little bit more during a conquest. Let's say there's a special event in a conquest. We would easily collect 30 chests per day, sustained for a few days. Yep. You do not need to purchase speed up. You do not need to purchase that stuff that you get from the chest. You get it for free. Yep. That is the amazing thing. I mean, if you're looking for free gold and free speed up, in those mega alliances, you will get rich. However, if you join an alliance strictly for the alliance chest, I don't think that you're joining for the right purpose, for the right reason. I always said to myself, what can I do for the alliance rather than what the alliance can do for me? I'm not a mega spender. I don't spend as much as those whales, of course. So I don't freeload from that, but I benefit from this. I do spend, yes. But if you only go there to spend and you're not very active, you wouldn't get accepted anyways. But let's say that somebody just joined to collect the chest, he will most likely get booted, kicked out of the alliance once we review your performance, because in 21 everything is moderate, not moderated, but everything is you're not being watched, but everything is analyzed. Your performance, your kills, your participation, your online time, everything is not verified, but there's a good structure just to make sure that you're active. And if you're not active enough, then somebody else will replace you. Fubar, he wanted to migrate. No, I think that from what I understand, he was not happy in server 42. That's what I heard. I don't want to speak for him, but I think that's what he told me. So whoever S29, they're letting RM heal that village. So they're not doing a good job. So are they healing? Oh, they're healing still. Sumpa Ranger, 384 million power. It's raining. So let's go, 13. Wake up. This is Gold 1, I believe. Yeah, Gold 1 battlefield number 0292. Oh, he told you? All right. So we have an army groups here. Okay, so they are going for the kill. In the jump. We'll see, and hopefully, like, and the other sad thing is, when I'm not busy during a conquest, I cannot show you content or battles. It's, for me, it's very hard to make or to find content good enough to share with you. So if you want to see base getting blown up one after the other, this is boring, right? So I had not much to share from the last conquest against Mass in 14. Hey, Scoops. We were talking shit on your back. Don't scroll up the chat, please. No. We're not. We're not talking shit. So 384 million power. Collector 25. Okay. He's buffed a little bit. Oh, he's buffed now. He's ready. He's waiting for you guys. Talked about right. He is bracing for impact. So if, let's say that this guy was a mega whale, we would need at least 6 fighters to be able to stop his bombers. Mega whales, those jets, they are unkillable. No matter how many you have. So let's say we'll send 2 jets and 1 bomber. At the end of the bombing run, one jet will be totally gone, and his bomber and second jet will still be 100% health, and while destroying all the artillery that he aimed. Oh, now somebody opened fire. Oh, he's missing 1 troop though. Why is that? Maybe for the chem buff, I guess. Yeah, the bomber there. That's not the best effect. He tried. Yeah, T, I don't know if you're watching this stream, but if you do, jump and heal that CC. We want to see you in action. $344, $220, $330, $359. Yeah, and this is the part that gets extremely boring. You're watching a central command burn, especially during rain where it burned out kind of slowly. Yeah, he was in top, I think, until... Yeah, he's now in AV. Yep, I've seen him. Send your clone. Alright, let me do a test with... you're ganging on me, eh? So let me do a test. I want to try something. Yeah, I want to try something with the artillery right there. So I'm going to test the new officer. We're going to test with Argent Flame first, and then we're going to try Stinger Fist just to test my theory on the range. So, where are you? Right there. Nope, that's not him.
I am working on it. Ready to bomb. Don't push me. Heading home.
I want to see if...
I hear it.
Why is he backtracking? That's the annoying part.
I am working on it. they done? What's up?
I was within range. That is the problem. So let me try again.
I hear it. I am working on it. Let's rock and roll.
Oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be perfect. Schnoot.
Don't push me.
Don't kill them.
Rock and roll. You're a grand old
Okay, so yeah, it didn't work this time because this guy, he was too far apart. He was not within one map grid, so he didn't get hit by the tactical skill. So that is the compromise you have to make when you have a Argent Flame instead of Stinger Fist. So let me put Stinger Fist, and you'll see the difference right away. So Stinger Fist, yeah, if the target is outside his range, you may not attack him, but there most likely when you deal with this kind of tactic, there's always somebody in range. Let me find another bunker. It's always when I'm looking for them that I don't see one. Okay, we're gonna go see this bunker right there. I'm gonna send my bomber.
I am working on it.
Oh, I didn't pay attention, Ziki, sorry.
I need help.
Okay, so
Heading home.
artillery is on its way.
I hear it.
Oh, it's gonna disappear. I'm so stupid.
Do you want the blues?
Let me find another bunker, shall we? Okay, we got one there.
I hear it. I am working on it.
And I will switch. I will put Stinger Fist in second place. Right, so like that. All right.
What's up? Don't disturb me. I am working on it. I hear it.
Okay.
Let's rock it.
So you attack this one, and at least 3 enemies should die.
You're a grand old. Let's rock and roll.
There you go.
Any more shells?
Boom. Just like this.
You're a...
And even if the enemy is behind you, which could happen, he will still be attacked. Doesn't matter if he's outside or there's more than one map grid between him and the rest of the pack, he will get attacked. That's the beautiful thing about Stinger Fist. So you're trading, it's kind of the same skill, but Stinger Fist, he deals more damage. And I think it's more practical if you fight, if you're outnumbered, it is a better skill, I think.
We got you. Are they done? Any more shells? You're a grand
Boom and bam.
Are they done? Any more shells?
Boom, just like this. Oh yeah, both skills.
Let's rock and roll.
Oh, so yeah, TSM.
We got you.
So I'm gonna answer in English for you. So if you look at his skill, okay, right there,
You're a grand
he deals
Are they
damage
done?
to an
Any more
enemy
shells?
damage coefficient, efficient
We
1800.
got you.
So 1800, this is if he's outside the base. If he's inside the base, that's 25% extra damage. So let's just put it this way. He's outside the base, you're fighting on the field. Every time his tactical skill launch, he will deal 1800. Okay? If you look at Saber,
Without hatred,
Saber will deal
I would have nothing.
1500. So 300 less. That's a lot. However, if he's the captain, he will No, that's for the 8. So his tactical skill is still at 1500. So if you look at Saber of the Nation, Saber of the Nation,
no
the
life
first
for me but the
exclusive
army.
officer, he's at Gen 1 still, so he's an older guy. So his tactical skill is 1200 and up to 1700 depending of the range. So if you pair Saber of the Nation with either Lady Liberty and Antonina, so you will get up to 1700 damage. That's still less than Stinger Fist. And Stinger Fist is not a bistro officer. He's just a plain old officer, but he's Gen 4. So he's the latest and greatest. Skill-wise, he's amazing. So right there, Stinger Fist deals more damage than Saber. The benefit with Saber is once you awaken him, he may launch more than one tactical skill per cycle, if you're lucky. If not, then it's still 1200 up to 1700 if you attack at max range. Okay? So his second passive skill, 15% increased damage resist. Nothing crazy. His second passive skill, damage buff, 20%. It's okay, but it's nothing crazy once again, especially for a bistro officer. His last passive skill, this one is good though. This officer's artillery deals 30% extra damage to troops below 50%. So if your troop is below, the enemy is below 50%, then he will deal an additional 30%. And his final awaken skill, like I said, he got a 30% chance to launch his tactical skill. So he's still no weak. When you look at Stinger Fist, so right off the bat, 1800 plus 25% if he's garrison. On top of it, he will deal 600 coefficient to up to 3 targets. So that's better than Argent Flame. Argent Flame, he will deal 700, but 20% less for each additional target. So one target 700, the other targets 20% less. Stinger Fist, it's 600, doesn't matter who. And this is buffed at 25% if he's garrison as well. So what can I say? Increase the damage of this officer's artillery troop by 20%. Nothing crazy. This one is cool. So you get a... So garrison, you have a 25% extra damage garrison, and another a stack, another 25% damage. So you got a 50% damage when he's garrison. Only 20% damage when he's not. Still, so that's why he's a defensive officer. His last passive skill, whenever this officer's troop attacks, it causes the target troop to enter suppressed status, reducing the target's shield generated by 25%. So this skill is perfect when your base is getting sieged by this officer.
All I want is a quiet life.
And every other officer that have a shield. So when you are getting attacked and this officer is approaching your base, you know better than me that your base is about to get blown up, right? It is. It's a matter of time. It will get blown up. So this officer, by reducing the attacker's shield by 25%, on top of boosting the damage by 50% if he's garrison, he's perfect. Is the perfect officer to counter all those shield officers. So if, let's say you have an artillery attacking, then I would most likely replace this howitzer by a rocket launcher, because the rocket launcher, it's a little bit more effective against the infantry. All right, so all in all, and oh yeah, so let me get back to Stinger Fist. So I'm gonna tell you which skill training I put. So I put this one: increases the firepower of this officer's troop by 20%, increase the firepower by an additional 5% while in Alliance territory. Okay. So up to 25%. Of course, when you're getting attacked, it's most likely inside Alliance territory. Not always, but most likely. And then this one: reduce the normal attack damage this officer's troop takes by 30%. Reduce the normal attack damage your base takes by 10%. That's why. So he's really designed to be inside the base, and I put skills to buff the base defense as well on this guy. Could I do better? Maybe, but if you wanted to train the same as I do, just go ahead. That's how I intend to train this officer. Okay. If you have any questions, just go ahead. Oh, I'm well, scopes. I wanted to test the base defense. So let's say that my base gets siege. I want to try Stinger Fist in a artillery versus an infantry troop, and I want to try Stinger Fist in a rocket launcher against an infantry troop. I want to see how much damage he deals versus, let's say, Argent Flame, because Argent Flame also have a garrison bonus. I think. I'm pretty sure he does. So we'll put back Argent Flame and Vox as a nade. You don't go there. I will put Saber of the Nation and Stinger Fist. So a lot of cool officers got released to counter those strong infantry or those strong officers with shield. There you go. There you go. Stinger is as strong as Liberty, by the way. Yeah, I agree with that. Almost as strong. Liberty, she deals 2,000 damage. But Liberty may be better on the field. Je suis seulement à 292 officiers en or. Je vais l'avoir dans longtemps. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it takes time. Yeah, TSM. So in the Conquest store, you cannot purchase everything. That's a shame. The offer is good. It's a very good store. But let's say that you want to purchase all those refined components, then you have to compromise. Yeah, Zeki, but can you leave your alliance? Because I can't leave my alliance. I can't leave the alliance right now because of Hegemon. So if you're registered to Hegemon, you can leave the alliance, you can try, and we can test this out. You want to wax me? Sure. I would love to try with the infantry though. Let's see if you can leave the alliance. We're gonna try something. Don't attack me yet. I just want to do a test with defending with Flame, Argent Flame, and defending with Stinger Fist. Yeah, I don't think you can leave the alliance. That's the thing. That's why I cannot test, friends. It's not because I can't. I mean, it's because I can't. We are registered for Hegemon. So when you're registered for Hegemon, you cannot leave the alliance. I thought you could, but you can't.
I don't like to talk.
Yeah, so you can't.
As I said.
Yeah, we'll test it afterward. Of course. I want to test it. There you go, a firecracker in your butt. Well, you do have infantry? That's perfect. We're gonna test it. You'll be part of my video. I'll give you a royalty. Ziki, do you have uncle as well, or you don't? So you see another chest. Woohoo! Yeah, Percy. What is this called? The event? Percy Legendary Showroom. Oh, they changed it. Before it used to be the Percy Showroom. Now it's the Legendary Showroom. Well, during that event, this event is always popular. Yeah, you can you can tank with the L. You can. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm gonna laugh at you. I've tried it once, never again. It doesn't work. It does work, but not long. So I'm not very far from purchasing this exclusive skin or this classic skin. So between all those choices, I think, in my opinion, as a matter of taste, of course, this one is the by far the best one. Well, Gerudo is also beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but too many people have Gerudo already. La puta. I don't know about the name. This is ugly, a bunch of circles. This looks like a princess castle, not my style. This one is cool. Still, a lot of commanders have this one already. So Gorobo, I wouldn't mind having him. Very cool skin. Yeah, but Joker is Joker. I mean, this is his light tank is probably more durable than my main battle tank. And my main battle tank is at almost 19 million power, and I'm sure that if I switch my skin, I may hit. So I'm at 18.9. So let's see if I change skin. Let me put this ugly one right there, the 2022. There you go, 19.1. Not too far from being 20 million firepower. Yep. However, the skin is kind of ugly. How about this one? The one I wear the most. No, it doesn't give me firepower. Dragon's Descent. Hey. So what is that? Army group, so you are... Oh, command 60. Well, yeah, but... Okay, so I guess that you want the Raven bonus or Raven rewards. Yep. I'm looking for some. Yeah, like and subscribe. I mean, I think all of you are subscribers. Are you a subscriber, Ziki? If you're not, I'm gonna boot you. No, I'm not. We're so happy to have you, Ziki, in 21. You're a cool guy. Very chill guy. Yep, nothing happening here. Oh, they're waiting. They're waiting for their meal. So they already have their appetizer and they're ready for the main course. So nothing is happening. So when is the blockhouse opening? Oh, Ziki, you're not a subscriber. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Okay, so the blockhouse will open in less than a day at next reset. So we have basically Gaon 13, Supreme S29, and who are those? Okay, Fa. So is it the 4 versus 4? It looks like it. C'est un 4 contre 4 TSM? Oh, somebody is healing. 269. He's a small guy. Oh, thank you, Zeki. Thanks, my friend. I'll buy a sneakers. Thank you. Thank you. Fa S29 Gaon 13 versus Corp. RM, T, and N. NTO. Okay, it's a 4 versus 4. It's a legitimate conquest. I'm gonna give you a thumbs up, Ziki. You deserve it. Is it normal for S32 to have 4 alliances of 25 billion power? Angel Gomez. Yeah, why not? You mean, is it normal to have so little alliances? Or is it normal to have so many alliances at 25 billion power? It for S32, it doesn't look like a lot. I don't know. Seems normal to me. Not all servers are not. I mean, they're all created equal, but at one given at a certain time, it looks like there is a big migration. And you have really recent server that are absolutely dead. Like server 34 before 14 migrated, it was a dead server, and it's server 34, and it's a younger server than you guys at S32, and I think that they have even less strong alliances than you. We are to the point that all S32 alliances are gold category 1, but there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's not a contest. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. All right. Hola, mi amor. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having only 4 alliances at 32. I mean, the thing is, like, if you win one conquest, you win a second one, and then you win for a third time, victories attract players. They attract more players because they want a piece of this cake, of this pie, right? So successful alliances, and if you recruit, we're playing in a few hours, buddy. We're playing in a few hours. It's up to you if you want to recruit more active players from outside your server. If you want to grow, the only way to grow faster is by recruiting. There's no other way. You can grow organically, like meaning by staying in your alliance and purchasing and farming and whatnot. You will grow naturally or organically. But if you want to grow a little bit faster, you need to gather players outside and convince them that they should join your alliance for X reason. If you make a lot of videos online, you will attract people. If you make videos about your alliance winning, you will attract people. Players, they like this stuff. So Ziki, we're playing in 5 hours. And I'm gonna catch a nap so I can play and not fall asleep. Oh, Angel, you don't want to be in Legendary. I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. You don't want to be in Legendary unless you are on the upper end of the... You are on the top of the food chain. Even though if you're too much on top of the food chain... yeah, I will try to stream it. If you're too strong of an alliance, you get bored. If you're too weak of an alliance, you lose. You keep losing. So it's hard to say, but in Legendary, if you need to be super active, you need to commit to this game, and not everybody is ready for that. I wish I could go. I play in gold. I'm telling you, I've been playing in gold before, and I think gold is better because at one point you may be motivated to play in Legendary and something happened in your personal life and you have to put the game on the side for a second. You have to take care of business, and you're stressing because you know you're not in the game and you want to help your friends. In gold, it's more relaxed. Okay, it is not for everyone. Legendary, if you want to be competitive, because if you have the same activity in gold and you just follow the same recipe and you bring it to Legendary, then you're not gonna do good. In Legendary, if the let's say the fort opened during the reset and half of your team is not ready at the reset, you're gonna have a big problem. I'm telling you. If any strategic place your alliance is not ready, forget it. Stay in gold. You have more fun. I guarantee you that. I've been playing this game for long enough to tell you that better is not always more enjoyable. And also, so while I speak about Alliance, there was that thing where a few HPR players and maybe 24 players, they joined FWZ, a Legendary Alliance. It happened during the last Moscow, okay? So HBR, they're mostly European and maybe North American players, and FWZ have more Asian players. You know what's gonna happen with the time zone, right? If the majority, most of the players are Asian and you, a North American, play in this alliance, when you will be online and active, nothing's gonna happen because the vast majority of the alliance is sleeping or resting. So you're not gonna have any action, and if you do, you will be outnumbered. And you will feel like you're getting abandoned because your teammates are not online when you are. This is an issue, and there could be a barrier language, and there could be this kind of issue where you're the outsider, so you may not be considered part of the team, being outside of the time zone, because for them it looks like you're always offline. That happened a lot when you join an alliance that plays in a different time zone. So you'd rather be in a gold team with your friends that you know, and you know when they're online, rather than be in Legendary Alliance. When you fight, there's nobody fighting because you're outside their active time zone. So this is another tip that have a huge impact on your game experience. À Rome, je suis parti une semaine en vacances pendant le milieu de la V4 et j'ai même pas stressé pour faire 25 000. Yeah, there you go. So what TSM is saying is let's say that it's gonna happen to me. So I'm leaving. I'm in Canada and leaving for Florida in a week. We will be in a conquest. It's gonna suck because I cannot play in the plane, and I hope I won't be playing during my vacation. But I will have to play eventually, and I'm not gonna stress it because I know that the team is solid and they can do well without me. But it could be a problem if, let's say, you are a key player of your alliance, and then it happens during that conquest, you're out in the holidays, or you cannot play, or you're in the plane, or you're in the boat, or whatever the case may be, and then everybody's gonna hate you because the key player cannot be online unless you're sharing your account. Get Wi-Fi on the plane. Yeah, I wish. But it's, I mean, from my place, from Canada to Florida is a 3-hour flight, so it's not a big deal. So you hop in the plane, it leaves, you watch one movie, and then you're pretty much done. So that's the beauty about it. Yes, APOC didn't last long. That's too bad. It used to be a great alliance. His leadership was a total failure, and same thing is happening in Corp. I hope TMEP does well. It is the only alliance that has been maintained on that server since something. Yeah, I'm sure Wi-Fi on planes is not the best. And imagine on Warpath, it must suck. Well, I mean, Angel, worst case scenario, you bring your friends that you like to play with, and you migrate. That's it. You can always come back if your server is not Glory, which is not the case. You try it in somewhere else, and if you don't like it, you come back. You cannot regret something you didn't do. I've done it many times, and sometimes you think that the grass is greener on the other side, and when you spend 1 or 2 weeks in the alliance, you realize that it was a mistake. Then it doesn't take too much to collect enough migration command to return, and you should always collect those migration commands no matter what. You never know when you will have the opportunity to migrate, and you'll be ready when it will be time. All right. $21. Yep. Oh, another chest. There you go. It's raining chest. How far I am from VIP 23? Oh, very far away. 29.1 million out of 32. It's taking forever. So for those who know 14, the Alliance 14, right? I have something funny to tell you. I have something very funny to tell you. So let me find server 34 right there. Where are you? There you go. It's Glory. The alliance in question is NFG, exclamation mark. So this is the new 14 in this alliance right there. So. Hey, hello from Indonesia. Kulili. So fun fact. You see the leader, JP and BP. If you know 14 and if you've been playing this game for a long time, you know that JP was the leader of UN in 14, before they merged with T01 to become 14. And JP was one of the, not the leader, but he was always one of the big R4 inside the alliance. He's a big influent guy. And as soon as the alliance unlocked after Rome, that's when they put their plan into execution, and they all migrated from server 14 to server 34. That was JP's plan. Okay, JP, the leader of the alliance, telling all his friends, let's move to server 34. Okay, you follow me? Okay. JP, for some reason, when he migrated, he picked the wrong server. He went to server 33. So this JP is not the real JP. It's Dan Jog from 14 that renamed to JP. And the real JP is in server 33. He's waiting his cooldown 30 days to migrate again in server 34. How fucked up this is. How can you do such a mistake? I mean, you're the chief and you tell your troops, everybody let's migrate to 34. And that dummy, he went too fast. He didn't read. I don't know what he did. Maybe a combination of both. And he went to the wrong server. I shouldn't be laughing because it sucks. And I almost did that mistake. When you migrate, the thing is, when you migrate in mass, when you migrate many players at the same time, you cannot migrate all at once. You're allowed one player per minute. So when two players are trying to migrate and you're the unlucky one, I guess, then you get that message, wait after a minute or something, and then you press OK and you have to wait. But during that time, everybody was trying to migrate. So some of them said, well, I better hurry up. If I don't, then I will miss the boat and the server will become glory without me. So JP probably rushed it. He did. The muscle memory was maybe not ready yet, and he clicked too fast and he picked the wrong server. Hey Manuel LeBron, what is good? Thanks for being in this live stream, my friend. Oh, so Hunter, you were from server 34 and you decide to take your luggage and leave? Did you leave at this very moment when server 34 got invaded? Yeah, Angel, the thing is, server 36, I believe they are under the old rule, and server 34 is under the new rule, so the restriction are stronger. I mean, they don't allow you under the new rules to have as many whales as the older rules. That explains it. So if, let's say, 36 they disband, they decide to copy what 34 did, they will be hit with the same rules, as they will reach glory very fast. All right, so that's how 14 and mass they gain most of their power, because when they started to recruit heavily, there was no migration limitation, so they gained a lot of power, and then when they got hit by the migration, it was under the older rule. No, but I heard they did, and I'm glad they got invaded, because that server had that server had strong players, but farmers and not fighters. Okay, it needed some action. All right. Fair, good enough. And what 14 did, it did just expedite the process. They were doomed not to fail, but they had it coming. They were at this point where they had too many weaker players or too many yeah, let's call them weaker players. I mean, not because they're weak, but their intention was to recruit whales, but they couldn't anymore. So all their players were not getting weaker, but they basically they couldn't recruit whales. So the only way to recruit them is to move server, but they just didn't expect to reach glory that fast. Yeah, that's right. Eh? I forgot to point that out. So let's see. So I'm gonna call it a day after we see the alliances. So let's look at S40. They gain power. Why is that? So this guy Macaroon. So he's a mass player. I recognize him. So he left mass to join S40. Not a bad idea. Do you guys know or recognize B52? So B52 is from mass. Mex Costa was there already. Cuban Gang, the YouTuber, he left 14, I believe, to join S40. Oh, Christina, well, she's not new. I recognize her. So who else is new from... So we got Vangelis from 21. He went to 40. Canopy, I believe... from which alliance is he from? I recognize that name, but I cannot remember which alliance he's from. Limb Olco is from 14, and I believe DK is also from 14, if I recall. Driven by you, not too sure about him. I would believe also he's a newcomer. Love Mimi from Mass. Sedo from Mass. Abu Alamin, maybe not. Maybe you guys can help me with those players. I don't know everyone, but I recognize the name. S7 Canopy, yeah, you're right. Exactly. Now I remember. Longbows account. Okay. Oh, he's still playing? Or it's a new guy? Yeah, Longbow, I recognize him. He's an OG S7. No, he's not. Maybe because of this picture? This picture? No. Neto is still in mass. I would be surprised if Neto leave mass. I mean, he's a mass fanatic. New guy. Okay. So he quit playing. Noxy? Is that the same Noxy from Avengers? Can somebody confirm this? Same picture though. Oh yeah, this guy is from FWZ. I guess he went to S40. Okay. So it's possible that those two guys were from FWZ and Avengers, sorry. Alright. And this guy, King Rickard, I believe is from S22. I think it was there before. Yeah. So a bunch of new guys in S40 trying to... I admire S40. They're sticking with the plan of staying in Legendary. We'll see how it goes. S37, they reduce power quite a lot. So I don't know what's their intention. A bunch of S2 players I recognize. S21 didn't move yet. Avengers, they hit 1 billion power and some. FWZ, yeah, they gain a little bit of power, I believe. So that's going to be interesting. And GOT, I heard that GOT, they wanted to leave Legendary 1, but they're sticking to the plan. Good for them. And they're in a better place. I mean, GOT, I heard that they didn't appreciate or didn't enjoy the last conquest. They are on the weaker side. 68 billion against 14 and mass was not easy for them. They were getting targeted by them. They were getting bullied. Now, if they stick with us, they will be in a better environment, I believe. Yeah, S40 hashtag at 52 billion. These are gone. So Mas, yeah. So somebody asked about Neto. He's still there. That's the guy. That's the man. Yeah, me too. I almost got confused, Angel. I almost got confused myself. The pictures was similar, but I knew it wasn't him. Neto he's a big player. Yeah, Angel. I mean, the hype for the first Paramount was the first Paramount was hyped to the max. Now this one, the novelty wore off. Yep. Yeah, Mao he's a strong guy. But it doesn't matter how strong, you need a strong alliance. You need your player behind you. One whale doesn't make any difference. Oh, the old account of Neto? Okay, it's possible. Alright. Thank you, Aaron. Alright. Almost 2 hours in this stream, yet no action whatsoever. How is that possible? Is the game dying? How come that there's no action? Yeah, still burning, and they are still fixing there, so nobody wants to. Oh, so we have some players approach. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Are they gonna try to siege those bases? Yeah, I would. So he's in position of power at 217 versus 194, and this guy 373 against 253. Why not? Yeah, I would love to. Now I can't leave any alliance. I'm stuck. Do you like silver? Is it cool? I know some players that are looking for, are sticking with silver. They're not gonna attack. That's a shame. I wish they would. Alright, friends. I'm gonna call it a night. I have a few hours to catch, to sleep, I mean. I have to catch some sleep. Then I will do the hegemon, and I will probably stream it. That's the plan. All farmers. Alright. Alright. Alright, friends. Alright. So, thanks for being part of this operation. Thanks, Ziki, for your donation. Thank you for all the subscribers. Without you, this channel wouldn't be possible. I will try. You know what? I like this formula on the Friday night, just before starting the weekend. Let's make a stream. Let's keep this habit of streaming what happened during the week. Yeah, I'll try to stream it. Okay, I'll try to. And I'm gonna catch you probably. The next stream will most likely be at the San Francisco opening day. I plan to stream it. And thanks, Aaron, for your support. Good night, everybody, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.